Hi guys, presentation today is all about sleep and recovery. So this is really overlooked. A lot of people don't take the time to address sleep and recovery. It's just part of the way that they are, and it can just have an overwhelming effect on every aspect of our lives, as we'll see in this presentation. And it's something that we need to help you to address and make sure is improving, because I can assure you, if this improves, you're going to find that everything else really kind of starts to fall into place. So we're going to look at why sleep and recovery is so important. We're going to look at preparation and habits for sleep and recovery. What do we need to change? Can we bring things in? Can we take things out that are slowing us down and stopping us from getting a good sleep? And also the supplementation that we can look at to make sure the quality of sleep is as good as it can be. So this slide just depicts how important optimizing your sleep patterns are. If we can get better sleep, it's going to allow us to manage our stress and support adrenal function better. If we can manage stress, we're going to be in a much better place um, in terms of our nutritional input. Our calories and food quality is going to be a hell of a lot better. We're going to be in a lot better position to prepare food if we're managing our stress. And then right at the top there, if all these things are in place, we're going to be able to train at a level that we need to train at, and our neat output on a daily basis is going to be up as well. So you can really see there that optimizing your sleep really kind of kicks on to all the other things. If that is not in place, then we can't really manage your stress. We can't then get good quality food in, and then we can't train as efficiently as we need to. So improving sleep has huge amounts of effect on our bodies and our ability to perform. So cognitive function is is hampered by poor sleep. So your ability to have good willpower. So you know, we've all been there. If we're stressed and we're tired, we're not going to make the best decisions in terms of food. We're not going to be able to physically perform at the level that we need to perform at. Metabolic function, immune function, so you're going to be more acceptable to picking up bugs and just um, not feeling great. Um, Endocrine system function is also going to be impaired to your adrenal function also. So straight away you can see the effects that poor sleep is going to have. And there's been extensive research on poor sleep deprivation and significant cognitive function. Your alertness, your reaction time, your memory, again, are all controlled by your level of sleep and your ability to recover. And this slide just really kind of shows you the imbalance that poor recovery can have. On the right hand side, in unhealthy food choices, excessive food intake, reduced motivation for physical exercise, and reduced NEAT. And at the bottom, you see that kind of the two arrows at the bottom. So when we are tired, when we are more run down, our energy intake is going to be more, so you're kind of reaching for the poorer food choices. You're eating the foods that you really enjoy, but you know are going to have a negative effect on your ability to lose body fat and reach your goals. And then on the other side, obviously, you can see that your expenditure is going to be less because you're just not in a great place to train, basically just move. So as you can see, the balance is all off there and it's not in our favor. Okay, so research has shown that plasma cortisol levels can be elevated by up to 45% after sleep deprivation. This has significant impacts on immune dysfunction, cognitive impairment, and metabolic disruption. All right, so again, it's just the proof of the level of effect that sleep is having on our ability to improve our health. So initial action points. before we look at any kind of supplementation or anything like that, we first of all need to address our food, quality of food intake, obviously, and lifestyle considerations. So setting a structured evening routine is really, really important. I know this can be very difficult for a lot of people because we're all busy. By the time we get home, we're looking to eat and then we're looking to literally just try and go to bed. But we need to start trying to structure things where we have a plan in place to get us into a good night's sleep. Okay, so there will always be lifestyle factors that we can improve, and then we can, once they're in place, then we can start to look at some sort of supplementation. So I've just set out here kind of a routine. Um, this might change slightly for certain individuals, and obviously it can be tricky, particularly if you've got children as well. But this obviously, once the kids are in bed, this is something that can start to take place at that time. So we look at having a wind down time. So a time where you can just relax, and it might be watching TV, it might be reading a book, just spending some time doing something that you really enjoy, that you want to do. I would say try and stay away from phone calls and emails because this is the time that you're trying to unwind. Okay, and as I said here on the slide, if you are using any electrical devices, look at trying, if you can, dim the screen so you haven't got too much of a glare. But things like having a book or something to read is really, really important. So that's just it might be just like half an hour, 40 minutes just to sit down and unwind. Number two, take a bath, shower. I know not everyone has a bath, but it's great if you've got a bath because you can use Epsom salts in the bath, which is really good. 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Again, it's just a great tool to unwind, and the Epsom salts are really, really good to prepare yourself. If we were having any sort of supplementation, the supplementation would come in just before your bath or your shower. But we'll go into supplements in a little while. And then obviously bed. Okay, so once we're in bed, we can look at things such as lavender drops on your pillow. And another massive one that people don't think about is a blackout blind. So there are many people just sleeping in not complete darkness, and if you can get the room as dark as possible, you're going to improve your chances of getting to sleep, and also you're going to sleep better as well. Your quality of sleep is going to improve if you can black out the room, and using something such as a blackout blind is really helpful and useful. And obviously we're looking to get up to around 8 or more hours of sleep. So that is really kind of the routine that you want to be taking, guys. And so what do we need to keep out? So one of the big ones that people reach for on an evening time is alcohol. Okay, because obviously people feel that it helps them to unwind, and if we've been stressed all day, and a drink, it can be one of those that we reach for. But we need to look at changing that, because alcohol is just not going to give us the quality of sleep that we need. Okay, so improved option. So with a few clients I've worked with before, we've looked at like a hot drink, something like a decaffeinated cocoa powder, steamed almond milk, and 5 grams of glycine. So this just has a really calming impact, and it allows you to continue to unwind, your nervous system, and it's quite satisfying. So it's got a sweet taste, so it's a bit like a chocolatey taste, obviously. So it's going to make you feel good. Fizzy drinks. So obviously these are going to have sugars in. It's not going to give us a great sleep. It's going to stop us from getting to sleep. And then also obviously caffeine. So this will just going to heighten our alertness. All right. So bringing these things out, guys, and changing them for something for a better choice is going to be really beneficial. And then looking at the supplementation. So we only, as I've said before, only when we've addressed food, we've addressed habits, and we've got all that in place, then we can start to look at some sort of supplementation if we need it. Okay, so magnesium is fantastic. Zinc, melatonin, brilliant. B12, EPAs, they're really, really good, and something that we can talk about if we feel that we need a little bit more support in terms of our sleep. But they're just some of the things that we can bring in terms of supplementation. So lastly, just some areas to consider. So really kind of getting improving your nutritional density with your food. So just, better quality of foods is going to really help with your recovery and your sleep. Identifying food sensitivities and intolerances. So if you are bloating after particular foods, you're getting headaches or sort of the sweats after particular foods, something's just not quite right, your body isn't happy with a particular food, we need to address that, take that out, because that is going to hinder your ability to sleep, obviously. Staying hydrated, massive one, simple one. People are just so dehydrated when they're going to sleep. So staying hydrated, 35 milligrams of water per kilogram of body weight is really going to help with your ability to sleep. Okay, guys, so that's just some extra areas there that can really help you with your sleep. All right, so I hope that's been helpful, guys. Gone through that pretty quickly, but sleep is really important, as you can see. So start addressing it, start getting into a routine of an evening time that helps you to unwind, and then bringing in things like the Epsom salts and the blackout blinds and those kind of things, and taking out the drinks, the fizzy drinks and the alcohol, and really start to having a push towards optimizing your sleep, because I can assure you guys it will have a knock-on effect on your ability to hit macros, eat the right foods, train to the best of your ability, and get to your goals a lot quicker, and be in a much better place doing it. Alright guys, hope that's been good. Any questions on it, please let me know, and I will see you soon.